Hello, everyone. So I am here with Kim, who, okay, internet connection, everybody. Oh, look at this. She's doing this just to keep me freaked out, people. She is. I love Kim. So this is Kim from Abundant Life Tarot. And we're here for Deck Casual. And the Deck Casual is the Light Seer's Tarot. Right?
That's right. That's right.
Okay, so we know the internet is being a little weird, so everybody good mojo. I've got candles lit. I've got my ancestors working on this.
Yes.
Good connection here, people. So
it's my one wish for the start of November is a good stream. Can we get a good stream?
A good stream is very important, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah. So thank you all for your patience.
Oh my gosh. So I'm hoping that okay, and I shared with you a little remix that Roman Biscotti, Tangi, did of Zane and I singing your name. I didn't make it public.
I love that.
I can make it public and put it in there if anybody wants, if you want.
That would be great. I thought it was public. That's so funny. In my mind, I thought that was public. I was like, everybody's grooving with it, like with me. So yeah.
Well, I wanted to make sure.
If that's okay with Tangi, but I loved it. I would like So
yeah. Well, and I hope Zane will be here because he is a big fan of yours, as are many of us. So, and I am later on, make sure, Kim, that you get ready to tell us what's going on your channel because we want to promote that.
Yeah.
So we'll do that. So let's say hi to some people.
Okay.
The lovely Jamie was here first. Jamie, I have so been looking forward to this Deck Casual. Hi, Gerald and Kim. There's this slacker here whose name is Tarot Stash. And do you have your fan with you?
Yes. Although my grandma was putting plastic on everything, to protect it.
There you go.
Yeah.
All the cool kids have fans. Jen is here. Jen, Science to Soul, Tarot, and Transformation. And I love how Jen always greets Jamie. So
yes,
I don't know if foul language is okay with you. If it is not, please tell me. So okay. So but it's the love thing. And by the way, did you watch Jamie and Jen and Jonathan and I forget who was on with Sadhana last night. They were doing Samhain stories and talking about it. It was really, really beautiful. And I cannot shuffle tarot. Is that Renee?
Channel? I will be honest, I didn't, but I watched the replay. That's right up my alley right now.
It was really, really beautiful and integrative healing with sadhana.
Oh, okay. I probably saved it to my watch later. I just kind of go through my channel. I subscribe to almost 400 channels. So I just go and randomly set watch later. So I probably did, but I'm gonna look for it.
Okay. And Julie is here. Hello, Julie. And
hi, Julie.
Julie is going to be on a casual with me in November.
Oh, okay.
So, and we're going to be talking about a variety of things, including some of her decks.
Oh, nice.
So
I'm going to be there.
Everybody should like and subscribe, right?
Yes.
There you go. Like and subscribe, smash the all that stuff. There you go. Yeah. Woo. Tangi is here. Hello, Tangi.
Hi, Tangi.
Deanne is here. Blue Crescent Tarot.
Hey, Blue. Oh, hello. Hello, my Blue Crescent Tarot.
Yeah. Debbie is here, Aquarius Owl. And Debbie, I hope you have done well with National Novel Writing Month. Stay one. So, and Tangi says, I'm listening whilst playing with outdoor cats.
Oh, I love that. I had a beloved outdoor cat. He was an indoor, then became an outdoor cat. So.
I actually am, I don't want to say this, Maddie's right there. Maddie is my dog. I'm more of a cat person, but I like dogs because you can go away for the weekend and cats will shred things, but they can take care of themselves. But I love my Miss Maddie, and Miss Maddie is getting she's getting bath time. She's getting a spa day tomorrow.
Oh, I love it.
So,
I love it.
Sarah is here.
Hi, hey.
Sarah is here. So, and Sarah is also going to be on an upcoming Deck Casual. So,
ooh, you got my
it's like freaky awesome.
Yes.
Ooh, chat just jumped. We got lots and lots of people here. So,
yes. Hey.
And so I want to go through because I know that everyone is excited for you. So, to be here. And Debbie said I randomly or not so randomly picked Light Seers to be my National Novel Writing Companion deck this morning. Oh, I'm interested in that. Are you familiar with this idea of National Novel Writing Month?
Yes, I'm very familiar. I used to donate to the cause. I love it.
Wow. So. Have you ever done it?
I did 1 year attempt. I mean, I kind of fell off, but for 25 days, because y'all know I'm very meticulous about tracking everything. I worked on a novel, but shortly thereafter, I lost all steam. It was 2013. Lost all steam with my book. It sat, and then I fell in love with the grow. So that's how it went. Nano. Remind me.
NaNoWriMo, isn't it?
Yes.
Anyhow, Jackie is here. Hello, Jackie. And
Jackie.
Oh, and Tangi said, "Me too. I thought it was public. LOL. Maybe because I listened to it a million times."
Thank you, Tangi. I had the same experience. I thought it was public but there was heck of views, but I kept listening to it. So I don't know. Maybe that's why
I love that. And what I can do is maybe if I can find it, I can make it public, and then I'll link it into the chat. So yes. Thank you, Jamie. I have my pink little mustache on.
Nice mustache.
And False Teeth, Real Tarot, hello community family. And I believe, is that Glinda? I believe. Okay. Richie has been after me, Kim, to send him my cheat sheet of all of my channel names and real people's names or real names. And I have not done it. And so my list has gone missing. So this is so I'm being paid back.
Okay.
For doing that. So and Patrice is here. Hello, Patrice.
Hey, Patrice. Good to see you.
Oh, it is public.
Yes. See, oh, that's what I thought. Because I was it's a lot of views. I mean, I know I kept replaying it, but I was I thought it was.
There you go.
We just need to
posted it.
Yeah, we need to reshare it. So.
Oh, and I'm supposed to ask Short Stash where the list is, Tangi said. Have you met Baby Biscotti Short Stash? We're just crazy here.
Where's your list?
Thank you, Jackie. Jackie's being lovely.
Thank you, Jackie. He is
Linda is here, I believe, right? And Jilly, Little Zen Crone.
Julie.
I said hi to Patrice.
Jonathan.
Wow. Masha is here. Did I see Masha? What? Masha was on the channel as well. Sadhana's live, which was I mean, it was so good. It was so
Yes. I'm gonna check that out.
Regina is listening and working. I don't know if you follow Regina Tarot, but she has a world's worst boss. Just
a world's
awful.
worst what?
The world's worst boss.
Oh,
just awful. She is self-employed, so she is just having a horrible time keeping her boss happy.
That's not the worst. The worst boss. That's the best boss. You have.
Well, yes, and
I mean, I guess it depends. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and she's got some real talent too. You should see. First of all, you should just see what she does with reading cards. By the way, this is a love fest. November is my love fest. So, but she does really good readings, very quick, very succinct, but she's also skilled with wirecraft.
Oh, well, that's interesting.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to.
Quite good.
Oh, yay. I have an insatiable appetite for new content. Like more and more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, Pepper Jack is here. Jonathan is here. I think Scott's here. Hello, Scott. Ooh, Scott, Scott said, I'm looking sharp and says, hi, wonderful Kim.
Yeah.
And, there you go. So.
Oh, my Scott. Hello.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, we have a full little party up in here. This is great.
Yes. And okay, so there's so many people here. This is wonderful. I have not seen Zane.
Oh, my Zane.
Yeah. Hey Jamie, can you message Zane and say, hey, Kim wants to see you. So
yes, his deck is on the top of my wish list. I've been trying to be disciplined.
And Regina says, LOL, now I'm working and blushing. Thank you.
Aww.
So
that's the best.
So I cannot imagine that people don't know you. But could you tell us a little bit about your channel, Abundant Life Tarot? And by the way, down below are all the links. I tried to link as much as I could. I think there's Facebook and Etsy and Instagram and all that stuff. So
yes.
So tell us about you.
Let's see. My channel. So it started out as really an unboxing channel, like a little bit of my spirituality, my thought beliefs around manifestation and law of attraction, combining that with readings. I did the whole reading for the collective, like all astrological signs, but that wore me out quick. And so I was like, that's not really my bag. But, so that fell by the wayside. And so then it also became a part of my vlog experience of sharing, transitioning from like a 20-year career in like the business world and then moving to self-employment over the course of a pandemic. I give support for fellow deck collectors on how to have a more intentional collection, how to dive into the decks they have and celebrate the decks they have, and also recognize when their tastes change and that's okay too. So I did it all. And then I got so much going. Like there's always something churning up here that I want to try on the channel.
Yeah.
I've been doing it for 5 years, so believe
well and I'm glad that you're doing this, so thank you. Asha is here. Hello, Asha. And Jonathan, I may have already said hello to him. And Justin Michael is here. Hello, Justin. And Justin, I want to know what Stephen bought you from the bookstore yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So, but we are we're chatting about the Light Seers Tarot. by Chris Ann. Thank you, Jackie. Jackie has linked Kim's channel.
Thank
Oh,
you.
look. Zane says, "Hey everyone, so sorry I can't stay right now, but I'll be making my tea and watching this back later for sure. So much love, everyone." So there he is, Kim. So
Oh, nice. We
we
like the
just love
replay
we
being.
just love our Zane. But so this Light Seers, you had mentioned that you really liked this deck when I was, I think, first talking about doing some deck casuals.
Yes.
And you and Beth, whose name escapes me right now, and but I had said, all right, if the two of you want to come on, we'll do that. Aspia Rising. So anyhow, but she wasn't able to join, but we went ahead and did this.
Mm-hmm.
And Justin said Stephen bought him Yggdrasil, a Norse Oracle deck. Nice.
Oh, wow.
And he said, that's my fee for driving him to the bookstore. Safe driving, Justin. Safe driving. So
it's a good exchange.
Yeah. And so, okay. And see, I was waiting for somebody to do it. And many of us, and I told Kim this, I got a glide from Chris Kelly today because I'm cheating on him, talking about his favorite deck with one of his favorite people, and he wasn't invited. And today is Chris Kelly's birthday.
OMG.
So
it's his birthday.
Kelly,
he should have been a part of the party.
Well, I mean, I didn't want to be overshadowed by two of you fabulous people.
Oh.
So, but anyhow, if you see Chris Kelly, wish him a happy birthday.
Yes.
I think he and Sandy went out to have a little bit of a birthday meal. So,
well, yes,
okay.
He's allowed to.
It is allowed, isn't it?
Yes, so. Absolutely.
All right. So, which version of the deck do you have? Do you have the indie? Oh,
I have both. I do.
This is a dedicated person.
I have the indie. I have the indie.
Now,
I'm bummed because I don't have the box and the guidebook here with me. It's in the U.S. But I have this. I have this travel with me. I love it that much.
And do you have which one do you read with the most? The indie or the mass market?
Mass market. Look, it's beat up.
Oh my gosh, that has had some love.
It's so bad. The mass market is the one I read with most.
Yeah.
I hardly ever read with the indie one, to be honest.
Yeah. And I know that when this came out, it's the link is below. It's published by Hay House. I know there was some production issues, but I believe Hay House, as quickly as they could, made everyone whole. And I thought, and I wasn't involved with it, but I thought, you know what, they're trying to make good, and I appreciate that.
Yes.
So
yeah, I was a part of the little production issues with the Hay House mass market. So yeah, this is like my third. I have a brand new one that I haven't opened yet. The wonky one that was the production issue, my son took that one. He took that deck, but then Hay House sent another deck. That's this one. And then I bought a backup to this one. That's how much I love it.
That's how much. And Scott is like, and Jilly said, that's a loved deck. I bet it feels great, Kim.
Yes, it is. This is the one I use all the time, mostly for readings for other people. Is this one? Yeah.
It's Kim's workhorse deck, and lots of you're right. It's there. So what do you think about? Let's talk about the deck the physicality of the deck. What do you
Yeah.
think about the size of the cards, the card stock? I like the box. It comes in a nice solid box. It's a very good guidebook.
Yes.
And by the way, it's a nice website too.
Yes. I love her
So
website. She's like the whole package, Chris Ann. She's
yeah,
got the whole package for the deck experience, in my opinion, for those who have the indie and those who have the mass market. So I love
right,
that.
right.
The physicality of, so I actually made notes because I had to go back to the Kickstarter that she did for the indie version. So the indie version is 400 GSM cardstock. To me, it's very thick.
Uh-huh.
I'm a riffle shuffler, so I'm not really a fan, and that's probably why I don't really use this deck. It's like matte,
Yeah.
soft, smooth. It's got the matte, deep green, so I like that. The colors are so vibrant, but interesting enough, the mass market's colors are more, to me, more vibrant than what we find in
Okay.
the indie version. And I clearly use this one. Now, this one is 360 GSM cardstock per Amazon's website. I wrote that.
Okay.
And it says it's matte lamination. And the guidebook in the mass market it's actually just a shrunken version of the guidebook in the indie. The indie one is thick and bigger and nicer, what have you, but you're not missing anything, in my opinion.
Right.
I actually like it. So.
Zane said that he is. I'm so sad. My deck seems to have soaked up so much moisture and heat from the summer weather that the card lamination is like melting.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I know what you mean. Like, let me show you. It's just, I don't know. I really hope, maybe I need to order one more copy of this. I'm hoping that the stock is better. This time around, Safer Creators by Hay House, their stock is perfect. It shuffles like a dream. This is very, I don't know. This deck came from a cold, dry climate out of California, Northern California, to a very humid tropical environment.
Okay.
So it just aged, to me, it aged it even faster than
than
it was already. I mean, that could be all in my head, but it feels like I don't know. I know what Zane's talking about. I do.
Yeah. And I have to say, I think the cardstock, it's a pretty thick cardstock.
Yes.
And I think some people for riffle shuffling, it's thick. I don't dislike it because my hands are fairly strong.
Yeah.
So, Oracle Throne is here. Hey.
Hey.
Here. So
yeah, it's like, this is my deck. God, it's a miracle that the cards jump. And that's the other thing. I'm looking for jumpers. And so this card gives me jumpers. So,
So you pay attention to jumpers?
Yes. I read exclusively with them, painfully so. But yeah. So it has to have a deck that'll give me a jumper.
And so now I'm curious. When you have a jumper, when is it a jumper that you read, and when is it a jumper that you ignore?
Like that, like is an accidental like fumble, like between that or like an intentional card. Because so I'll just intuitively know, like if my fingers weren't quite around the deck, like you just know when you first start shuffling, if you're shuffling with your back into it and you're like all intentional and you're ready to go, and then when you just kind of like clumsily, and these are kind of awkward. I don't know if the size. I need a Rider-Waite Smith or something. The size is not bad, but it's just got a lot of girth. So sometimes I do have fumbles.
It does. And this is the original Rider-Waite tarot, and it is maybe a smidge taller.
Okay.
Like a smidge.
Okay.
So it's about the same size.
So yeah, I think it's just the thickness of it. I don't know. And it's like cardboardy-ish to me. But I still love it for some strange reason. I don't know.
Oh, and Jamie, Wandering Mountain Bardic Path, shared that I ended up putting up 2 photo light strings that run across my prayer room window, and the light Seers is clipped and lit up. I don't read with it because the cardstock, because of the cardstock, but love it.
Okay. Can you see me?
I'm going to add.
Okay. It kicked me out.
Your voice sounds really funny.
I'm foggy.
It sounds like you've been sucking in helium.
Oh boy. Oh, this is so.
So, anyhow, Asha said, I always read my jumpers because they have a meaning. Yes. And I recently heard some jumpers just don't want to be in the deck if there's a whole lot. So, okay. Kim sounded fine to everybody and she left. So now you're stuck with me. So anyhow, there she is. And apparently you said you sounded fine to everybody else except me, so I can cope.
Jeez Louise. I'm like, all I want for Christmas is a great stream. I'm back.
Okay, you're back. You sound a little funny to me, but that's okay. But yeah, it is a little thick, and it's a girthy deck. It's thick.
Yes.
So, the guidebook, there is in the back of the guidebook, she talks about an extended guidebook. I went to that. That link's not working. But I typed in the Light Seers extended guidebook, and then something popped up, so it works.
Oh, cool.
Okay. And I'm getting harassed by Jen. She said she thinks it's your hearing, Gerald.
No, it's so like I don't know, Jen. I think it's my tropical island internet connection. Like it doesn't want to always work for me.
So, but anyhow, I'll figure it out. So we were chatting a little bit via email, and then before we started, it was really hard to narrow down the number of cards to talk about.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yes.
It was hard.
Yes. And so what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some cards that we are they are thought-provoking. They're not our favorites. Or they're thought-provoking. Mm-hmm. So do you want to share one of the cards that is a thought-provoking card for you, Kim, and tell me what it is so I can see if I can find it?
Yes. Now, I wanted to talk about, because even to this day, it's like controversial, but I think it's important to share. It's the Ten of Swords. So this is from the Indie. I have both in the Indie deck. You can see
the them. Ten of Swords. Okay.
Yep. Sorry. Trying to get in the center of things. So,
okay.
So I'm a fan of the sword suit. It could be because I'm a sun sign Aquarius and I just love air, the air energies. And so I really love both of these cards because, you've got the dawning of a new day, right? The new beginning on the other side of the painful, the pain that you've gone through to get to this ending, the backstabbing. And so it was interesting that it caused so much controversy during the indie deck deliveries. Because I got this deck, I don't know if I backed it or received it June 24th, 2018. That's the date I wrote. I don't know. I don't know. But even to this day, when I talk about the Light Seer's Ten of Swords on that video on my channel, like people still talk about it. They're upset with the creator for replacing it. But I still like this Ten of Swords. It's it's not your traditional, it's not, you know what I mean, like laid out, sprawled out, knives in your back. This feels more closer to it, more closer to what I would think of a more traditional Ten of Swords.
Right. I actually have the Mass Market as one of the cards that I really like because it's a different perspective of it. It's actually what happens in my mind. It's what happens. It feels like what happens after the sun comes up and all of the swords are pulled out and you move on. So it's a bit like the after tarot in the sense of, okay, we're done.
Exactly. Like this. It's like that. Yeah. This is like right after. Like right after that moment. And then this is actually, you're moving, in my mind, you're moving towards the Page of Swords now. Like you're moving towards that new energy. With this one.
Yeah.
I mean, with both, but essentially more with this, And
yeah.
Some people don't like the traditional Ten of Swords. It like freaks them out that somebody's all bloody and laid out. But, like it's not literally bad. You know what I mean? So, I don't know.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to, or share another one. I'm going to log come back out, come back in because you're
okay.
Because it sounds like Mickey Mouse on speed. So
okay. And then if that doesn't work, then I'll log out.
No, it's me. Everybody says you're fine.
Really? So, it's hard to believe.
Let's see. I think you can still go, right?
Yeah, Jen. I agree. The new version, is more Eight of Cups vibe to me. It definitely is. Actually, I think the Eight of Cups is one of the cards I'm going to chat about. You know what? It is. It even in the same deck, the Eight of Cups, she's walking away, walking towards the sunrise. It definitely has the same feel.
Okay. Well, I logged out and then I logged back in, and you still sound funny, so I get to cope. So it's all me, people. It's all me. So.
Wow. So it sounds. I'm like, wow. It sounds fine, which is nice.
Pepper says you sound good. Regina says you sound good. So, okay. Jen said the new version is more of an Eight of Cups vibe to me.
Yeah. I agree. I definitely agree with that.
Yeah.
I thought I had set the Eight of Cups aside. I did.
Yeah.
It actually does.
Let me show the other one. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that.
You have a point.
So
yeah. And I know we were going to discuss the Death Rebirth card, because I think that's like what really jumped off our like deck casual, was that we were going to discuss this one.
Yeah, we were talking about that one.
Yes, the Death Rebirth.
Yeah, the Death Rebirth. So let's hold on to that one. One of the ones that was that is a bit shocking for me is the Three of Swords.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about the Three of Swords. I don't know.
And so it was for me, it was like, wow. So it's and it's such a different, it's right up the alley of the Three of Swords.
Yeah.
So, but it's such a different, it's so painful to look at it. It hurts my heart.
Yeah.
So,
It's like agonizing. You can feel the agony in this person, like,
yes.
oh my God. Like,
Yeah.
and when it comes up in a reading, like when you're like, there's no question this person is feeling some significant mental anguish and heartbreak.
Yeah.
This card.
Yeah. And I was actually looking at the guidebook, and the Three of Swords. By the way, the guidebook is lovely because it gives a light seer and a shadow seer version.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's there. But I love, and then each one ends with a large thing, a large statement, and it's, my heart remains tender and open. And it's like, after the, when you get the Three of Swords, that is exactly what you want to have.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like she falls to her knees and screams to the universe for a second chance. Oh, for a second. Oh,
Yeah.
like, you feel it. Like, I think how does the audience feel about the Three of Swords? Do you think this is an evocative Three of Swords moment like happening here? Or is it like, oh, too much or not enough? I think it brings it.
I think it's very evocative, yes.
Yeah.
So,
I think it
all
brings
right.
it.
I'm going to have you talk about another one while I go away, and I'll come back. So you keep talking.
Okay.
Everybody be nice to Kim while I'm gone. Don't make me get my fan out, people. Don't make me get my tiny hands.
All right. I'll try to be good. Let me see what one I want to share next. So let's talk about the Eight of Swords. Let's talk about the Eight of Swords. So clearly I'm a swords fan, so y'all have to bear with me. If she has a lot of these, forgive me, crows. I don't know. Crows, ravens. But that's her depiction of the air suit, Chris Donnelly's throughout the cards. Like, are there crows here? Yes, there's crows in the tree. Or blackbirds, large blackbirds, and like the Six of Swords too. So these are loose bound strings. She could easily open her arms and release and move forward, but she's clearly not ready for that with that blindfold. And what's interesting is she's not bound. Like, she's in her reflection, she is, but she's sitting here and she's not. She's kind of like this, looking in the mirror. So it's like an illusion as well, an illusion of the making of our mind. So yeah. It reads anguish. Yes, Aquarius out. I think it reads anguish. Let me see. Artists supposed to get people emotional, shouldn't censor it. I agree. I agree. That's one thing I'm gonna fight hard for. Even if I don't necessarily agree with the subject matter, I'm gonna fight hard for that. Creative freedom. Yeah.
I'm back. And I'm back, and you sound normal. And there I am. The blackbirds for the swords was a very interesting choice, and I think it works quite well.
Yes.
I think it worked quite well. And the Eight of Swords is one of those, and I think you said it is what the key thing about this is it really illustrates how a lot of what happens in an Eight of Swords is internal.
Yes.
And how we only block ourselves. So it's amazing. Yeah.
I love that. I think Chris Ann picks up that so beautifully in this deck.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, one of the one of the other cards that I had that I wanted to chat about, it's not a favorite, but it's so different, is the Hierophant.
Yes. I'm glad that was one of the ones I wanted to talk about too. Yes. Hold on.
And I think the thing about this Hierophant is, boy, this Hierophant looks happy.
Yeah. He looks so happy.
And
ascension here, like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I appreciate it. And I also appreciate how the stairs, suggest, and is that a flower? I don't think it's a lotus flower, but there's a flower at the top of the stairs and the light. It's just a very different approach to it, which is, if we had more Hierophants that were happy about what they were doing, I wonder what the world would be like.
Mm-hmm. I know. It's like also with the indie version, it's Keeper of the Soul. And then in the mass market, it's the Hierophant. And so the Keeper of the Soul, or Sacred, I'm all Keeper of the Soul. It's the Keeper of the Sacred, you guys. Sorry about that.
Keeper of the Sacred. Okay.
Keeper of the Sacred. And this person is happy about that,
yeah.
Whereas sometimes I like how it takes us out of what we traditionally think of with the Hierophant, like
right.
institutions, religion, not as much spirituality, even though that's a part of the Hierophant meaning too. So I love that it's an unexpected take on the traditional card.
Yeah. Yeah. And okay. So Scott says the Hierophant in this deck looks creepy for me for some reason. I can see that. And Jackie says he looks a bit high.
Yeah. There's like little spiritual symbols. I don't know if you can see him there. And I'm thinking like he's hallucinating.
Oh yeah.
He's tripping. He's tripping balls.
Yeah. he's definitely tripping. Definitely tripping. So what are some what else do you want to talk about? We can talk about whatever you want.
Oh, cool. Okay. So one of the cards, which at first I wasn't sure how I felt about this card until I had a funny little reading moment with it. And that's the Page of Cups. Can you see that? The Page of Cups. At first, I was like, I didn't know how I felt about any of the pages in the Light Seers. But one day during the pandemic, like last year, I did a Zoom reading session with, it was like, I think it was for either a lady's birthday party or like a bachelor, I can't remember, but it was virtual, it was through Zoom. And it was one of like the sarcastic kind of, not sarcastic, but the non-believers in the group. And she was like, well, what can you tell me about whether or not I should get my hair done? Or like, if I should go ahead and get a haircut or like do something different physically. What do you got to say about that? She kind of had that kind of attitude towards it, which is, I'm not tripping. So I shuffle, and I use jumpers, and then this card flew out. And sometimes it's literally, it just kind of takes you by surprise, like the actual symbol that popped up. And this person has his hair like blowing in the wind, and then he's got a purple streak of dye. And I'm like, yeah, you need to go for it. This is it's gonna actually have you feeling anew, because of the Page of Cups, and you're gonna feel good and loving about yourself. Do it. This is it right here. And then she saw the little when like the pigs fly, when pigs fly. She laughed out loud. Like that little moment in the exchange we had on Zoom was so funny because I was literally taking the cues from the card, like when it flew out of the deck. And it was just funny to me. So I ended up falling in love with this card and eventually the rest of the pages of the deck.
Okay.
Especially this one. So I'll share that.
That's cool. And this is actually one of the cards that I like quite a bit. I love this separation here, and it's just so different, and it's like you can definitely feel like you're at the ocean looking out and seeing that. And we have the hands here, doing
Yeah.
the little, heart. And I love it when the pigs fly. It makes me chuckle. And then are those astrology symbols or various
Yeah.
symbols floating from his heart or their heart? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I didn't
so,
know. I guess these are his feet up in the air. I don't know.
yep.
I'm
Yeah.
like,
That,
but I like it. It's
yeah.
unexpected too.
Yeah.
I
It
like
is
it.
unexpected.
Yeah.
Jonathan
Oh,
shared shamans use drugs to connect to the spirit world, so it's fitting for the Hierophant to look high.
yes, that's right. That's right.
Yep. And Debbie pulled the page of cups this morning before she started her writing. So,
Yeah, I pulled the page of cups. Oh, see, we're in sync.
so
In my both Aquarius, is we here. That's
yeah,
interesting. I was
yeah,
excited to talk about this card too. So there's no
yeah.
coincidences in our world.
No, not at all. Not at all. So, what's your next card you want to talk about?
Okay, let's see. So let's talk about trying to find a good one. Let's talk about a major here. The moon. We can chit chat about the moon.
Okay. Here's the moon.
The moon. Is she? I'm like really taking it all in now. For the longest time, I thought she was a mermaid. I don't know. She's
Mm-hmm.
not. She's just wearing a dress that kind of looks like it. Hold on.
Right.
I always, to be honest with you, I always kind of struggle with moon's meaning. I don't know why. Like it's just one of those cards that I always kind of had like a little blockage. And then it
Uh-huh.
wasn't until this card, like it's like things that are sight unseen, submerge, having to rely on your intuition, things not clear, they're murky. This really helped me to anchor the meaning for me, what the moon energy is about. There's some
Mm-hmm.
traditional elements, you got the
Right.
little wolves.
You got
Oh.
the wolves. Yeah, the domesticated animal and the wild animal, and the black and the white. So the difference. I like the moon card. I am a moon hermit. So whenever I look at tarot decks, I'm always looking at the moon as well
Mhm.
as the hermit. And so this being submerged is a very different approach because there's this isolation and then there's this
Mhm.
silence, but there's also a depth that is there within. Anytime the moon comes up, for me it's very much about intuition and
Mhm.
healing.
Mm.
um and there's sometimes there can be a feeling of solitude,
Yeah.
but also things look different by the light of the moon than they do in by the light of the sun. And
Yeah.
so, and simply the moon simply reflects the light of the sun.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different layers. So, but
Love that. I
and
love it.
artistically speaking, she looks like she's underwater.
Yeah, she does. I'm like gonna look at her in reverse.
So,
I am
oh,
just
look at
so
that. Yeah.
yeah, it is. It's like everything can kind of look warped and different from that perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yeah.
I just
And
love it.
Jonathan said about the Page of Cups, Page of Cups need grounding sometimes, so it's fitting for his feet to be up in the air like that.
Yes, thank you, Jonathan, and that is a great point for sure.
Yeah.
You need some grounding. You're
Yep.
floating around. You got to ground some of that beautiful new loving energy. Otherwise, it's
Exactly.
fleeting. It's fleeting.
Yeah. Kim Moon Whisperer is here. Hello, Kim.
Hi,
So,
Kim.
all right. So what else you got? I'm letting you lead, lady.
Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let me keep moving. All right. Next card. Okay. Let's chat about
What's the next
the
card? What's the next card?
Ten of Wands. Let's just chat about that one.
Okay.
So she's been on a long trek, a long expedition, a long journey, right? She
Mm-hmm.
finally arrives here. She's had these like light, what do you call them? Points of light on her, on her path.
Uh-huh.
It's been an
Right.
arduous journey, right? She's
Mm-hmm.
lugging a lot. And so I think Chris Ann had a different version of this when she was first creating the art. I've been following this like a long time, pre like immersion of it, and she had a
Right.
different version. And I like this version. I can't even now remember what she had. I might can find it in her old
Mm.
Kickstarter campaign, but I think this works for me. How about you? Is this long, arduous
Yeah.
journey? Does
Yeah.
that take you there?
And this is one that what I appreciate about this version of the Ten of Wands is you see where this person has journeyed,
Mm-hmm.
and they look tired, both of them. The animal and the human, they both, I mean, they look exhausted, which is
Mhm.
exactly what the wands is.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah.
I like it. I like this
Yeah,
deck so
I do too.
much. I
I
like
do
it.
too.
Uh-oh. I dropped my box or my guidebook. Look at that. Next card, right? I'm
Yep.
trying to let me
Take
see.
your time.
I haven't even given us some. Let's talk about some courts. The King of Pentacles. What I love about this is a trustworthy soul. You can see it by the little crinkling of his eyes, and when he smiles, and he's hardworking. He's a
Mm-hmm.
wonderful, excellent provider. Is the feeling I get from this King of Pentacles.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if you were doing a love reading for a lady and she's like, oh, what's this guy that I'm starting to date? Like, what's his potential? And she got the King of Pentacles, like, oh yeah, he's a keeper. This one. Like,
Oh yeah, honey, you got the King of Pentacles.
yes.
Boom. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it. There have been some people have done a VR tarot in the bedroom. Have you heard of that?
Say that again. Oh, there you are. Say it again.
It's okay. Some people have done a tag tarot in the bedroom.
Yes, I haven't heard of that. Okay, that's what you said.
Okay. Well, we'll just put it this way. It's an adult tag.
Oh, that's awesome.
Hello. Brown chicken, brown cow is what I would say to this one for me. And, if I could grow a beard, this would be totally my goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but I agree with you. There's a sense of confidence about him,
Yeah.
and he's content. And Sarah said, such a chill dude. I love the diversity.
Me
So,
too. Oh, I love it. I mean, he's amongst an abundance of books. To me, that just oozes and
oh,
exudes
yeah.
having it all. I don't know. I could envision those are shelves of decks. I'm like, no, no, no.
Shelves of decks. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love that. Okay, so I want to point out what Debbie has said, but let me.
Mm.
In the Knight of Pence.
Oh my gosh,
So,
it's Al. I love that. My husband's he's a Taurus, and he's very King of Pence, Knight of Pence energies, and we're both Aquarius. Isn't that interesting? That says something.
are you and your husband both Aquarius? No, you're both Aquarius. You and Debbie are Aquariuses.
Yep. There's a lot of Aquarian, lovely energy.
Yeah. Well, and since I have this really closely, I just have to say I love this Queen of Pentacles.
Yes.
She sort of looks like you. Okay, people, can you see that? Can you see that? Look. You just put some green eyeshadow on.
Oh, hold on. Let me see if I can find her. She's so gorgeous. She's one of the selling points for me early on when the deck was creative, early Kickstarter days. And I was like, oh, I gotta have it. I love her.
Yeah.
She helps
I
me
mean, but
channel that sensual Queen of Pentacles energy. Because I'm a Queen
yeah.
of Swords, really.
Yeah. So I'm just okay. So people are saying, Debbie is saying, yes, you look like the Queen of Pentacles. And Sarah is like going, she is pretty. Jonathan's like, oh, wow, she does look like Kim. Beautiful like you, Kim. Oh, by the way, Kim, we're heaping praise on you. So gird your loins. That does look like Kim. Yes. So.
That's so
And
funny. Especially with the head wrap, too. The skin color. Yeah.
Yeah.
Closing it
But
out.
also the beautiful features of her face.
Yeah.
The cheekbones, the beautiful nose, and that smirk, and that confident smirk, because I'm pretty sure you have that confident smirk.
Yeah. I'm known to have a little smirk. Now I can't do it because you guys are looking at me in the smirk, but
yeah, okay. And by the way, Ange said hello, and Patrice said yes, she is everything. Mm-hmm.
It's gorgeous.
So, but yeah. So if you ever want to go to a costume party, you could, enlarge a picture of this and then dress up like her.
I know. I should make that like artwork too. Like, you could get this enlarged and maybe have a frame and put in the office or something like that. She's just so inspirational. I just love her.
And I think, and I think as an artist, Jonathan's like, we made Kim blush. Yes.
Hey, Ange.
But I think it's difficult. I think it's challenging for an artist to create something and have it exude certain emotions. And this person, like the king, exudes confidence, and so does this queen.
Aw. It's so amazing. Like Chris Ann is so freaking talented when you think about it. Like, I don't know. Like she can write well. She had me sold with the indie version of the Sacred Creators Oracle. That was my first foray with her work. And that wasn't really a lot of artwork. That was like what shined was her guidebook. And obviously the quality of the deck. But then she came out with this, and then she did, with the Muse Tarot. This was a simultaneous project. And it was like, oh my God, this is it. I've been hooked ever since.
And I enjoy the Muse Tarot a lot. I got the Muse Tarot before I got the Light Seers, and I'll be honest, I got the Light Seers because Hay House was having a sale, and I'm like going, oh well, it's off. But I know certain people really, really love the deck. And so I thought I would, I'm like going, and you know what I didn't do, and I wish I had contacted Chris Ann and said, hey, we're doing this deck casual, and maybe you want to join us, but I didn't do that. I got scared. I got freaked out that she would probably say yes, and then with the two of you, I would be going, and then Chris would have been really, really angry with me for not inviting him. So.
Yeah, I think she's a lovely lady. She's actually really kind. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think she'd be open to that. I think she'd be open to it. She's an amazing person.
Maybe I'll do it for the Muse Tarot. So, Debbie said these cards. Yeah, Debbie said these cards are loud. If that makes sense, you can hear them and feel them.
Yeah. Yes, that's the feeling I get. Like cards out loud. There's like no question of what they're saying or what you're feeling as you're working with them and you see the images very out loud. It's not like, some decks you kind of have to search for the meaning, and that's fine if you're in the mood for that. But sometimes I'm not. I need a living out loud kind of deck. If that makes any sense.
No, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
So what other card would you like to talk about? This is lovely. By the way, if everybody needs to make sure that they have liked and subscribed to Abundant Life Tarot, because you have all sorts of things on your channel, and you're doing what is the new deck study you're doing? Antique?
Oh my gosh. So wait, There's so much going on that channel. Well, there's the Antique Anatomy Tarot Study, which I got to get.
That's what I was talking about.
Well, yeah, now that I'm feeling better, I knew like being live, like it's like working out. So I knew going live with you today is exactly what I need after my little illness.
Mm-hmm.
And so we just have been, you know, I put daily card draws in the Facebook group of from all 57, 56 minors. I don't know. But a lot of that action happens in the Facebook group. And to do a live, I think, soon to kind of reconnect with my tribe and see what they've been up to. They've been busy. They've been busy while I've been recovering.
Yeah.
So
okay. So I've been getting encouragement that but when I do a Muse Tarot deck casual, that I should invite Chris Ann. So stay tuned. Maybe, you know, I got to find somebody else who wants to talk about the Muse Tarot. So.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
So anyhow.
Oh, that would be amazing. I'm still like on the fence about her latest, like the Tarot of Curious Creatures. But I buy everything of hers, whether it's indie or mass market. So I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm one of those fans. So I'm there.
No, that's good. Yeah. So I completely get it. So, all right. So what's your next card?
Oh my gosh. Okay. So it's so hard to pick. 8 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles.
Okay.
I love the vibrant colors. Now, you can't quite tell what she may be master of, right? You know, it's like the card of mastery, of work, of, you know, I don't know, I'm lost for words. But I just love it. And when this card pops up in the reading, it just makes me feel good. Like, I'm feeling that energy today. And she's got candles on her table. She's got some sort of, there's some sort of candle here, essences and herbs, feathers, books, very tangible coins, pentacles kind of stuff on her table. And she looks like she feels comfortable with what she's doing. It's not your traditional 8 of coins or 8 of pentacles, but it works for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can tell by what she has on the table is there's studying going on, and I appreciate that the pentacles are part of the moon phases. So, and Jonathan says, I always see this 8 of Pence as a witch practicing her craft.
Yeah. And she's quite comfortable. Just so modern, this deck. She does it so well. You know, it's not trying too hard. It's like, to me, I know somebody might have a differing opinion on that, but for me, it's like she's not trying hard. Like, it's a modern take of the 8 of Pentacles.
Right.
That's right, Jonathan.
Well, I want to, one of the things that I like about this deck is the Magician. And the reason I like the Magician is because you see, this is a magician in action, actually using the energy. And so we have the Liskemna, up here, but we also see it with the energy that's being created. And here's the universe. So it's just really tapping into that beautiful energy. So Sarah and Patrice are heading out. So thank you both for joining. And this is one of those cards that I think if someone were to have a special camera when I was doing my own practice, this might be what they would see. I like to think of that.
I like to think of this too. It's like this card, when I think of the Magician, I think of that beautiful manifest energy of taking from what's above and bringing it down into your physical expression. And so when I see this card, that meaning for me is prevalent. You know, like it's so in your face with that, and I really like that.
Yeah, and
this little outfit.
And if I were to actually put, you know, I always think of the Magician and the High Priestess, as you know, they're linked. And what's interesting about this for me is he is very down below and she is very up.
Yes. You know, when you put them up like that, that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
Can't get it straight.
So
you're right. Yeah, as above, so below. That's so cool because he's even kind of looks like he's grounded there. He's grounded up. Oh.
Yeah. And Renee is here. Hello, Renee.
Hey, May. Thank you for joining us today. This is fun.
Jonathan says the Magician card says that the universe isn't outside of us, but within us. At least that's how I see it.
The Magician card says that the universe isn't outside of us, but within us. At least that's how I see it. Yes. And you really get that. You really get that with this particular magician.
Yeah, you really do. So shamelessly plug away, Regina. Shamelessly plug away. So,
yeah.
Do you want to talk about the Death and Rebirth card?
Yes. I've been itching to talk about this one.
And you've been so patient as we, you know.
I've been itching. Death, Rebirth. No changes from the mass market on the name. In the you see how you can even see how vibrant it is on your screen.
Yeah, it's a vibrant card, yes.
Yeah. It could just be it's matte, extra matte. It's just so powerful when you see this Death and Rebirth. Like I just want to get lost in there. I'm not afraid of this transformation when you see this card, you know.
Yeah.
The traditional death card. And like when I'm working with clients who might already be asking a question that they're really kind of worried about, when you get this card, it's chances are it may come up for somebody who's seeking a reading, right? When you get this card, it's not the same kind of, death is riding on a horse with, and amongst the fallen. It's kind of scary. This is not the death and rebirth message.
Debbie said that I've said it a million times, but this card is the reason I bought the deck. Favorite death card ever. And Jonathan said this is my favorite death card of all time.
Yeah.
So
me too.
And and I like how we see the transformation or the rebirth where the person's head would be. And that can be very important, I think, in a reading.
Yep.
So.
Yeah. Especially for someone who's resisting that transformation. This is already, when the death card comes up, this is happening, this change, this transformation. And so the rebirth is the invitation to the querent to embrace it. So the resistance is what's causing you probably a lot of pain and fear and whatnot, but embrace that the rebirth, the new beginning.
Right. Yeah. And I would say when you look at this card sort of reminds me, I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Scrooged. Bill Murray, it was a movie, it's a retelling of A Christmas Carol back in the 80s.
Yes. Yes.
This reminds me of The Ghost of the Future, because really tall and the hood was over, but the face was actually a TV screen. And but it's like it just sort of reminds me of that, and it just is it's much less of a physical death and more a transformative and rebirth, as you're saying.
You're so right. You're so right. It could, I love that. I'm peering into the future right here. I like that.
Yeah.
That movie is a great depiction of it. I'm like, I wonder how she arrived to the conclusion to have this be it. But I love it. I think she executed the death card beautifully.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And if I were actually brave, we could have asked her. So.
Yes.
Regina put in, she's doing a Dance of the Sugar Plum Fairies premiere tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern. So be there, be square. So
I love that. Like when after, once Halloween comes, especially after Thanksgiving, and then they start playing all those good movies like over and over and over again. I watch them every single year. Every single year.
Jonathan Jonathan said if you put the High Priestess under the Magician, that energy comes out of her and becomes the swirl that he is pulling from.
You are so right. I have them right here. So yeah, because and also in the order too, the number 1, the Magician, and 2. Yeah. Yeah, he's drawing from that. Can I even, you guys can't draw a straight line.
Yeah.
The Magician. Yeah, you're right. Wow, it's almost like like you can see it's the vortex right here, right? And then like right over above it. And it's like he's drawing from that. So cool.
Yep. Oracle Throne said, Kim, possible deck study?
I would love it. I try not to impose on especially my Facebook group folks, like what I would really love. I would love to do that, but then everybody's like probably tired of me talking about the light series. Like,
make it happen.
Yeah, I don't know. I would vote 10 times over for it. So I'll put it to a vote.
Put it to a vote of 1. You've got it. So all hands up for Kim to do a Light Seers Tarot deck study. All hands up. So Jamie's looking away, I'm sure. She's got I got the tiny hands out. So
yes.
but yeah, so wonderful. Well, we are about quarter after, so we've been on for a bit of time. Do you have a couple of more that you definitely want to share before we head up? And Jonathan said, I'll vote for it, Kim. And Renee said, I will never be tired of talking about the Light Seers Tarot. Debbie has her hands up.
Debbie's like, yes.
And Scott says, I would love to have you do a deck study on this one. And yes, Jamie, sorry, tiny hands. So.
I have large.
But yeah.
Not as tiny. Oh my gosh, this is so much fun. Let me show you. Okay, I'm going to talk about some decks or cards, a few cards where I was like, I love every card, to be honest with you, in the Light Series. But there were a couple where I was like, if I had to have a more critical eye and discuss it with you guys, let me do that.
Okay.
This would be the 5 of Wands. What do you think about the 5 of Wands? Like, it's doing it for me with the fire, but when I think of 5, like the traditional 5 of Wands, where they're in conflict with each other, and these folks aren't necessarily, but maybe they're just not working together. I don't know.
Well, and what's interesting about this, Kim, for me is the 5 of Wands is one of the cards that I really like, because the way I pay attention to the 5 of Wands, the way I've learned about it, is the 5 of Wands is about an exchange of energy. It's and with that energy gets out of control, then there can be some issues. It's like the 5 of Swords, it could be play, but then it could get really dangerous. But one of the things that I appreciate about this is you have 5 people, and because they're exchanging this energy, they're trying to reach for this light. So that's the reason that I appreciate this 5 of Wands.
Yeah.
Because it's more of a reaching, and I think the interesting thing here could be is if you were to actually work together, you could build a ladder and it could be sturdier instead of battling against. And are these the same person? Are they different people? You could be battling with yourself. You could be battling with other people.
Yeah.
So
this is why I wanted to bring these up, because look at that. You've already have me add a new little line of connection to this card. I like that.
So thank you. And you know, and I think it's interesting because especially in the fives, when we're not focused on the same goal, then that dissipates our energy. So you have, you know, visually these down here are not looking at the goal. You have just the two reaching.
Like
so yeah. So working together could make it a ladder, which is stronger. So, but yeah.
I like that. Look at that. See?
So yeah. So what's another one that you were going about, or you want a critical eye?
Critical eye. Let's take a look at what do you guys think about, since you mentioned it, let's talk about it. And I actually, like I said, there's not really a card in here that I don't love, but if we're gonna let's critically kind of go into it. It's the Five of Swords. I have this.
Kathy, hi Kathy. Kathy said competition as well, jostling for a unique position.
There I am.
So.
Yeah, so sorry, the system had kicked me out as we were getting into it. Competition as well, jostling for the unique position, Kathy says.
Yeah. And Jonathan asks, is the lower guy pulling on the upper guy's leg to try to pull him down? Could be, you know, right there, or.
Oh, caught that.
Yeah.
He's certainly not helping the case here. He's all for self. He's kind of hoisting himself up on this wand or whatever this is.
And I think, and here, you know, if you ever want me to come on and have a conversation with you about the you know, for a Light Seers Tarot, you could look at all of the numbers together. Like you could look at the fives all together and how are they related and how are they different?
Exactly.
So, and Debbie said with like the Five of Swords, looks like the conflict is in his head.
He's like this. It's more inner conflict, maybe about this. Shut this down. And it's that air energy, right? The mental is more the conflict surrounding what's going on here. He's literally got a headache over the matter. Like he's feeling defeated, and there's even like blood. Like there's blood here. There's blood, and this person's like, oh, there he is, feeling all victorious.
Well,
blackbird.
And I also think, you know, the blackbird is the blackbird saying something to him, to this person, or calling off to the other birds. So, you know.
Yeah. Ooh. It's also kind of a I don't know. Maybe it's the blood that makes it like more of a kind of brutal. Not brutal. Brutal is a little harsh of a word, but
it makes it painful.
Yes.
It indicates that there's pain to it.
Not
and
brutal. That's overkill.
Yeah. And Jonathan said, is that bird on his shoulder picking at his head? Well, I think a lot of times it could, and because Regina said it looks like the crow is wanting to do grooming behavior. So.
Ooh. And that adds an added dimension of grooming someone, right? And I could see that as definitely being Five of Swords energy. I was just watching something on YouTube about people being groomed, and I was like, definitely.
Yeah. But that can be, you know, it's an interesting one. So.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's like, oh, my head hurts. Let me see. Well, now, okay, so now we're on a roll. Five of Pentacles. These were the ones. I have a favorite, clearly. Like I like sixes in the decks. I like tens, fives, apparently. So It's not that I don't love this card or that I love it immensely. I think it does, like, she's on the outside, she's on the outs, or maybe society, her life, she, it's whatever the case, at work, career, she's
right. This is one of the cards that I really appreciate. And one of the things that I appreciated is it's very clearly the key is right there.
right there.
And I think for me, when I first learned the Five of Pentacles, it's there's a sense of isolation that doesn't necessarily need to be there. Because if you actually just, on the more traditional RWS, if you just turned the corner, there's the warmth inside and you have to walk in. And this really makes it clear that, and in those times, I think we feel small.
Yeah.
We feel very small. And it's just like everything is what you need. Is there. So
everything is what you need, and it feels almost self-imposed, the isolation that you're feeling and putting yourself through.
Right.
It feels very self-imposed. Like, yeah, there could be external circumstances that lead to a Five of Pentacles moment, but this depiction very much drives home the fact that, like, you're the one playing small in this situation.
Yep.
You have the key. You have the key.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I like that. I like the fives, like you said, like we were discussing earlier, having all the fives together, having, yeah, we should do a tarot study. It'd be interesting. We should look at that. Let me see. What time are? Okay, we got a couple more minutes.
I knew this would happen.
I know. There's so many cards to discuss. Like, I think I have all the ones that were like,
But I want to, since, I just wanted to show the Five of Cups also. And this Five of Cups really is, I appreciate how, there are cups turned over. She can't see the cup that is right there. And she has just turned this cup over that is actually swirling down. So
the making is, again, it's like, and this is very much an internal thing as well, the makings of her own makings, of how she's perceiving this and how she's, what her focus is on.
Yes.
And then she knocked it down too. Like, she's the one.
Yeah. but does this also sort of look like that?
Yeah. I could see that. Damn it. Where is she? Of course, the card that you're trying to find.
Yes, Scott. The swords are the crows. You're absolutely right. One of the and I'll share a card that I love, and it is because I think the first time this deck was used for me, it was with Chris, Elemental Cardomancy. Happy birthday if you're watching back.
Happy birthday.
Is the Seven of Pentacles.
Yes. I just want that one.
And
the Seven of Pentacles. I love that one.
Simon is here. Hello, Simon.
There it is.
So,
hey, Simon. So, yeah, look at this. The seeds that we planted. You've got to,
yeah. And we can see the energy of that. And it looks like a snake is going down. And this is one where, I'll sing, Chris, if you're watching this back, be careful. I'm going to heap praise on you. This, and it really made sense. The thing about the Seven of Pentacles, it's about waiting, waiting for things to come to fruition. However, there's also the warning is that you could wait too long before you harvest. And I hadn't thought of that before. And so this card really makes me go, oh yeah, I get that. I get that.
Yeah. And it's that, the analyzing of that and recognition of that. the seeds
Mm-hmm.
that are planted that are not seen yet. And it can feel so daunting, right? To be at this stage of where you're at in your manifestation. And then it's like, but if you dig up what you can't see is below the surface too soon, it's like you kicked up the dirt and didn't lost the faith. Stay the course, be faithful, trust that what you've planted will take root, will grow.
And I'm just noticing, I'm just noticing, so we have this energy, or this hand, which is putting energy right here, but it also looks like this one, there's a line of little lights, you know, little white dots.
Yes.
So it's sort of completing all of that. So
I just now noticed those little dots.
So, yeah. Okay, so Tony Antoinette, Intuitive Tarot and Jewelry said, "Hey Kim and Gerald, does Chris know you're playing with his baby?" Yes, Chris does. He sent me a glide. He expressed disappointment that I was cheating on him with his favorite deck and one of his favorite people, and I didn't invite him. But today is Chris's birthday, so happy birthday, Chris. He was especially.
This is your birthday gift.
Yeah. Oh, I like the way you say that, kid. This is your birthday present, Chris. We're talking about your favorite deck. So, and but yes, so he is aware of it. So, and he did give me an appropriate ribbon for that. So,
I love it.
All right, let's have you pick one more card before we go, because I don't want to keep you too long, and I know other people, there's lots of other things that people can watch, so I appreciate people being here. Oh, what do you got? What do you got?
Temperance.
Uh-huh.
Major arcana. So, I don't know, like, again, I love all the cards. And this definitely, it's that balanced, harmonized energy. I don't know. I was looking for decks to kind of balance the ones that I really, really loved. And then this, I was like, well, I have to choose something. So I chose this one. But I'm looking at it and I love the moon and the sun and modern take on the temperance. But I don't know. It underwhelmed me a little. What do you think? What do you think about this card?
This is a card that I'm like going, I enjoy. I have to think about this one. It is it's a modern take on it. We've taken the elements of temperance and we've brought it into current day. I like how the person has a tattoo on his chest. And I also agree with you. I like the sun and the moon and the play with that. And I like how we feel the energy around it too. And so I think Zane says, I love the image, but it's harder. It's a harder read for me. So, and Tony said, I like this version of teacher. So I could see that. I could see that.
Yeah.
So
I could see that too. I would want to learn from this person who has angel wings.
Yeah.
I like
well,
that.
and I think one of the things that Chris Ann does that I really appreciate, Kim, is she captures energy very nicely as she's making her work.
Exactly, because we see that too with the lovers. Like she captures that.
Yeah.
That fluid, the energy. In this case, the blending of the two. She does that well here as well.
Yeah. And since it's Chris's birthday, one of his favorite cards, I believe, is the Devil.
I love a little debauchery, and that card definitely gives me some feels.
A little bit of something.
Oh God, yeah. Would this be in the naughty room, the naughty hashtag that you mentioned?
It might be in the tarot in the bedroom. Yes.
Tarot in the bedroom.
Yeah. So Tony says, "Ooh, dislike this. I dislike this man. He's not a man who. He's not a man I would trust.
No.
for, I mean, for something long term, but something short term.
Yeah. He's a far cry from our King of Pentacles, right?
For mature audiences only.
Yeah.
Jackie's putting the fire there. So
she's like, I like these bad boys. Like he does not have trustworthy eyes. I'll give you that.
He does not have trustworthy eyes, but something's going on.
Something, yeah. That's why I said I like that it's not so over. I mean, there is somebody here, you see, that is kind of in bondage, but it leaves room it leaves space for also the card meaning of maybe you do need a little lust in your life. Maybe you do need a little more devilish behavior, a little more debauchery. It's not all like negative patterns or like a whacked out person. It's like,
right.
So
yeah.
I like that leaves it open.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So the last card I wanted to share, other than the Two of Cups, which I love, I think is delightful, is I love the Six of Cups. It really sums up this idea of, we have this little boy and the puppy, and then we have this young man and this dog, and they've grown up together. They have created so many memories.
Yeah.
So,
and then you could even say that could be the little boy, the grown man, or it could be a son, or it could be, the inner child. It could be. I love that card so much. Where are you?
Yeah.
It's a great card.
Tony, Kim said it's a sweet card, and yes, the inner child path. And it's that nostalgia. I always think of the Six of Cups as nostalgia, and those things and the things that we share, and we share freely because we're innocent here.
Yeah.
And both of them are innocent, and as I'm assuming dogs might get a little wiser, and the human would lose some of the innocence, but there's still this great connection between the two of them, and I think it's a lovely card.
Yeah,
it just makes me feel good.
Me too.
So,
it's a favorite of mine. It is a favorite of Six of Cups, and just even a card in the deck itself.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, we didn't show the back of the card. This is what the back of the card looks like. So.
I know.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So, we're at an hour and 33 minutes. So I want to say thank you very much for joining me. Promote your stuff. What you got going on your channel? You've got your deck study going on and your Facebook group, right?
Yes. My Facebook group is Abundant Life Tarot Group on Facebook. So definitely check me out over there. The channel, definitely subscribe. There's a lot more to come for you all, whether you're collecting decks, whether I'm putting out tomorrow another where is the deck now. So I'm going through some of my old unboxings and like where is that deck now? Where is it?
That's fun.
So I'll have a quick little video tomorrow that I'm premiering. I forgot what time, but yeah, sometime tomorrow that video will drop. It's fun. I love revisiting my old unboxings. Like, oh my God, where are you?
I love that. So, all right. So this week on Wednesday, I have a birthday live at 2:30 p.m. It is my birthday. So we're going to have some shenanigans. Tangi introduced me to this idea of 10 hours of power, where 10 hours before your actual birth time, you're supposed to fill it up with, spend it in ways that invigorate you, and so that you can plan for the next year. And so what I want to do is there will be a few guests who will pop on. So that will be part of my 10 hours. We're sharing lots and lots of joy. Yeah. And then next Monday at normally my 2:00, I won't be on. I am traveling back from having some time away, but that evening, Monday evening at 6 p.m., I will be with Sheila Inquisitive Tarot, and she and I will be looking at a tarot deck, doing like a deck casual on her channel. And we will probably do some readings with that as well. And then a week from tomorrow, Chris Yao and I are going to be doing Magic Tool Talk Athamaze. So
I'm guaranteed I already put, you know how he says set reminders? All the ones I just mentioned, I set reminders like I put in there. So everyone set reminders so you don't miss it.
There you go. And Tony is like of course our clocks moved yesterday. That's why I was late. Sorry. Well, yeah, I understand. It's weird. Everybody, by the way, has loved this chat. They were like going, this was fun. Thank you both. Great chat. This was great. Thank you. Fun chat, informative. Jen, who has not gotten any sleep and made it through. So that's awesome. And you know, if you wanted to have guests to come on and do, you know, part of the deck study with you, I would imagine Chris, Elemental Cartomancy, might be willing to do that. I might be willing to do that. Jonathan might be willing to do that.
Oh, that'd be so
just
much
saying.
fun to have you wonderful different people.
But I let me be clear. I would be happy to do that if you would like some people to help you. I don't know about the other two or others. But,
you're all speaking for everybody.
Yeah, I'm not speaking. And Patrice said she loves this deck too. And by the way, it Riffle Shuffles. It's a little tough, but it does.
It does.
So
it does. It do what it do. You know.
Yeah. All right. Gosh.
All right.
Thank you, everyone. Stay here for a minute, Kim. Thank you. Bye, everybody.
Bye.